Good evening guys, this is your Sir DRV again and welcome back for another Among Gods video. So for today, I'm going to show you the tier list that we've created, me and my friends, through a survey. We actually have created a tier list for you. So this is unofficial and there will be a lot of things might happen in the future. There also might be a lot of changes in the hero that is available currently. So yeah, without further ado, let's check our tier list. Alright, so this is the tier list we've created. So there are 4 tiers and one which we don't have much data yet. So yeah, let's dive into it. Alright, so on the S tier, as you can see at the top, we have Joan of Arc, Mary, Tomaris, Guy Fawkes, Maida Keiji, and Darius the Great. So, why are these heroes one of the best? Well, for Joan of Arc, well, no questions asked. She is one of the best tanks in the game. And aside from that, she can do self-healing. And it will be pretty hard to kill Joan of Arc. And let me just give you some disclaimer. This tier list is for PvP because we don't have any monster here aside from the boss fights. So this is just for PvE PvP, because on the PvE we are also battling same heroes, right? We don't have any monsters here. Alright, so let's go. Joan of Arc, one of the best tank, one of the best healers in the game. Alright, so next is Mary. Well, no questions asked. Mary, one of the best mage. She can tank, she can evade, she can dodge while doing SS, and she can dish out tons of damage on bosses as well. So yeah, great mage. Next is Tomaris, one of the best archer. And she can do a lot of things aside from damaging enemies. She can also ensnare enemies. And also she can do damage. She can do tons of damage into the backline. So one of the best archer. Next is Guy Fawkes. Alright, so Guy Fawkes is a little bit better compared to Hanzo, but since he is better than Hanzo, that's the reason why he is on the upper bracket. So Guy Fawkes, no questions asked. It's pretty hard to kill him in the PvP because of his ultimate. Next, Maida Keiji, one of the best tanks again, the Undying. So if you have Maida Keiji in your team, she can jump into the back line just like an assassin, and she can do self-healing. He can do 1 versus 5, just like Mary. All right, and last but not the least, on our S tier, Darius the Great. All right, so why Darius the Great is on the upper bracket? That's because of his skills. He can actually taunt multiple heroes, which is pretty great in a team fight. So if you pair him with a healer or Roland or Caesar, well, he can do tons of damage as well. Alright, so next on our list is the A tier. Alright, so A tier, this doesn't mean that they are not strong. They are just shy away from getting to be an S tier. Alright, so the reason why we have a hero here, Morgan Le Fay and Queen Akini, as you can see here. So we put Morgan Le Fay and Queen Akini on the A because if you're new to the game and you don't have any heroes yet, you can rely on these 2 heroes. So that's the reason why we put these 2 on A, because they are actually pretty strong in the early game. So, and pretty easy to build and pretty easy to ascend their stars. Okay, so We suggest, if you're new to the game, get your hands to Morgan Le Fay and upgrade her to 8 star as fast as you can so she can do tons of damage. Same goes with Akini. All right. So next on the list, Merlin. So great AoE with a single target, crowd control. All right, good. Definitely one of the best. Next is Abe no Seimei for PvP. If you have Abe no Seimei in your team, well, your enemy won't be able to do their ultimate as fast as you can. So Abe no Seimei, definitely good. Next, Galinis. Well, there's no other man here or girl here, that hero here, that can do more healing than Galenis. So Galenis, one of the best. Roland, well, a good tank with shield. He is actually a little bit shy away from becoming an S, but yeah, one of the best tanks as well. Next, Caesar. All right. Another good hero as a support. He can give out tons of damage to the team. Aside from that, he can also do his own damage. All right. So Nero, in terms of AoE damage, I think Nero is one of the best. However, because of his ultimate, he actually do some seals first or form. So it takes 2 seconds for him to cast his ultimate. That's the reason why he is on the A tier. But yeah, one of the best damager in the game. So Hattori Hanzo, another good assassin. She can dish out tons of damage into the backline. And if you have a full mage team, then you can actually rely on Hattori Hanzo as your tank, so you don't need to use tank. All right, so next is Gilles de Rais. If Gilles de Rais is your main hero into the game, then same goes with Maida Keiji and Mary. He can actually self-sustain himself. Aside from stun, he have some good AoE damage as well, and he can teleport one of the enemy into their territory. So good hero. Next is Knight Bayard. So Knight Bayard, in terms of front tanking, I think Knight Bayard is the best. Aside from that, he can do some kicks, and he also have crowd control. He can throw enemy 3 meters away. He said it says on the description, and also, definitely one of the best tanks into the game. And Eric, if you have Eric, it's like a better version of King Arthur, but Eric is more tankier than King Arthur, and yeah, that's the reason why he is on the A tier. And Edward, even though he is an SS tier, he is actually not that good compared to SS Joan. That's the reason why he is only on the A tier. Next is Matahari. So one of the best AoE damager, melee damager. However, she is on the softer side. That's the reason why she is only on the A tier, but definitely she can do tons of damage in the front battle. Next is Wang Zhaojun. So the B tier, okay? So the B tier is Wang Zhaojun. So these guys are also pretty good. However, they lack in terms of damage and in terms of supporting. For Wang Zhaojun, she can do AoE damage as well, but not as good as Merlin. And she can stun hero by freezing them, but the only problem is it's percentage, not 100%. So that's the reason why she's only on the B tier. King Arthur. Okay, so King Arthur, he is free, and the free-to-play can use him. The only reason why he is on the B side is on the early game he is actually pretty good at tanking. However, in the mid game, King Arthur is actually lacking behind, and that's the reason why he is overtaken by Eric, the tank, another tank. His ultimate is same as Eric. He swings his sword. Eric, he swings his axe. All right, Suzuku goes in. Another good support. However, not as good as Galenis in terms of healing. But she can actually give out damage reduction, which is pretty good if you're fighting guy folks. So yeah, she is pretty good as well. However, in terms of total usability, she is only on the B tier. All right, Spartacus, another good tank. However, he is also lacking. That's the reason why he is on the B side as well. Oda Nobunaga. All right, so good damager, good archer as well. However, not as good as Tomaris. So the only problem with Oda Nobunaga is his ultimate is only. So yeah, Oda Nobunaga is pure damage, but a little bit on the softer side. No survivability if he is only left on the battlefield, not like Tomaris, which have a life steal. So Robin Hood, good AOE as well, but good archer, but not as good as Tomaris. So yeah, Tomaris is definitely one of the best archer. Next is Agrippa. Probably, I'd say one of the weakest archer in the game. Temujin, also good, but I think Temujin, sorry. In terms of damage, Temujin is lower than Oda Nobunaga and Robin Hood, and definitely lower than Tomaris. However, the notable skill for Temujin is he can actually dish out damage to shielded heroes. So if you're fighting Roland and other heroes, Darius, what else? So other tanks like Knight Bayard, then Temujin will be a good hero to use in the end game. So Lucullus, a good tank as well, a good single target crowd control, but he is tanky, but the skills are not as usable or not as great as the other tanks on the upper bracket. So Miyamoto Musashi, an assassin. However, you can only utilize him for AOE crowd control. Aside from that, no other notable things that he can do. So probably, maybe in the future we can have Miyamoto on our team, and Kukuline. So Kukuline, well, he can become a wolf, and he also have summons. However, aside from that, he can't deal more damage, and he have a light steal, but the damage is not that good. The notable skills is he can scare off enemies in the front row, so best used with another tank. So CNU probably best hero in combination with Maeda Keiji. However, the damage is not that great. Only notable is the Overlord, which can increase his damage over time. But yeah, before he does that, definitely other heroes can easily kill him in front. And Cleopatra. All right, so Cleopatra is good, but she doesn't have damage at all. She can summon some zombies or mummies, at the backside or back line. That's the only notable skill that she can do. But maybe in the future there will be some updates for her because I like Cleopatra. And then Nostradamus, another good hero to look out for. However, she's pretty lacking. He is actually pretty lacking in supporting because there are other heroes with good support compared to him. Alright, so yeah, the last part, we don't have much data, is the Harald, another SS hero, Posadika, and Chevalier of Aeon, and Charlemagne. So this is an unofficial tier list. We'll definitely edit this in the future. So probably you can utilize the S and A heroes if you're new to the game. So you can follow or you can use those heroes because they are definitely one of the best in terms of damage dealing and supporting. So if you're new to the game, I suggest you get Morgan Le Fay and Queen Akini as your main damager because it will be pretty hard to get copies of the usual heroes here, the S hero, because Morgan Le Fay and Queen Akini is only A heroes. All right. So I'll pause the video for some seconds for you to get a screenshot of this tier list. All right, so you can use this as a guide. All right, so yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you've learned something on the tier list and you now have a clear picture in mind on who or what hero to use. I was actually pretty lucky getting my Mighty KG to 10 star as fast. And also I have Nero here. I mentioned earlier he's one of the best damager, but because of the animation when he's doing, or the post, or his pose when doing his ultimate, that's the reason why he's on the A tier. If only Nero can do his ultimate without chanting, then he's definitely one of the best hero. Okay, so what else? Let me just upgrade something here.
Regulating the state of body and mind is the key to treatment.
Just use all of my energy. Okay, so yeah, make sure to help out your guild. The guild tournament is already up. Make sure you're doing your objectives so that you can contribute to your overall guild points. Okay. All right, so yeah, that's it for today, guys, and thank you very much. If you like this kind of video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I see that there's a lot of people who is watching my video who is not subscribed yet. So to help me out and for me to create more videos like this, please help me by subscribing. All right, thank you very much, and I love you all. I'll see you again next time. Goodbye for now.